credit to Drew Dober for going out there and doing what he was supposed to do and get the finish.
By TKO, Drew Dober! Just super aggressive. With any position that Croden was in, she was trying to find shots to cause damage. Just that grinding style. She's physical, she's strong. Really good debut there from Croden. By TKO, Melissa Croden!
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier. I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it. Welcome to UFC Unfiltered, a UFC and Fanatics original production. And we have Drew Dober returning to the program and Melissa Croden making her first appearance after that great UFC debut win she had on Saturday. What a great card, man.
Great card. And guess what?
What, buddy?
We're
tied.
We're tied.
but
I might
have more points. You have a lot more points.
No, that's false.
What? I think you had more points than me.
I think I'm losing now. I think you're technically.
No way. You have more points, man.
We're gonna settle this after we talk to the great. We can't. You know what?
Yeah, you're still up by 23 points.
Point wise, Matt's way ahead.
Yeah,
he put ahead, but I'm just throwing way ahead.
Yeah, you are by 23. I want to ask you before we bring Drew Dober. I want to say I thought there was some really weird refereeing. And we can ask him about it. I mean, some really bad from Marigliana and an interesting choice by Drew's ref. Really weird, inconsistent. It drives me fucking crazy when I see this.
But I'm happy for Drew.
I love Drew. Yes, I'm very happy for him too. Let's bring him in. He was down. I think he was down. It looked like 2-0, I think.
Well, I mean, they took the point. No.
Yeah, exactly.
So he knew what he had to do.
I was 1-1 with the point touch. Okay, yeah.
He got it done though.
Yeah.
So exciting. Let's bring him in. There he is.
Hey, Drew.
What up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Drew. Yeah, this is not, even with the eye makeup on, you always look good, Drew.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I feel like the swelling is like my Botox. It's keeping me looking young anyways.
This is often how we see Drew, is right after a fight. Because you you live right in the craziness. You don't mind being in the fire.
No, it's how I mean, I don't deal with moderation at all. It's like, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be 100%. And it's just like, just let me do it. And, that's how I live my life. And I'm so glad I found fighting, because any other career path would have been disastrous.
Hey, Drew, I'm going to ask you, was Herzog the ref for you guys? I know. Who was your ref?
I don't actually remember, so it's not Herzog. I remember that one, but we had a ref I've never seen before.
It was such a weird night. Matt and I were just saying it was such a weird night of decision making by the refs. There's zero consistency. You have an accidental groin shot. It's clearly an accidental shot. And what did he say to you? Didn't he at first go, "I know you didn't mean it"? And then, how did he let you know they were taking a point?
Like at first when we broke it up, it was like, I know that was unintentional and stuff like that. We're gonna give him his time and stuff like that. And then, I was probably equally as shocked as everyone when he pulled me back into the center to take a point away. I was like, that's, in my opinion, a little extreme.
I thought that was terrible because they were, I'm sorry about that, but they seemed to be, he was taking a while to recover, but even the guys calling the fight were saying that doesn't determine like the intent or lack of intent in a foul. So I thought it was awful. If he was going to pull a point, because that's what he does, he should have done it immediately instead of waiting to see how Prepelic did.
I mean, in my opinion, like, Kyle looked like he was hurting, but like when you really I'm gonna use the term milk it, but like I can't speak on his feelings. Like, groin shots suck, but like the amount of pain he was able to like express, I'm sure also dictated on like what kind of measures they were taking like later on. So
yeah. It was unfortunate, but a happy ending. It's a happy ending, Drew. I know what it's like to be down a couple of fights. I feel with you though, it's not that. I don't know. You're that guy that's such a fan favorite. I don't really feel like how many losses you get. I don't think your job's at stake because you're that exciting. But 3 in a row, this feels good, doesn't it? We needed this.
Oh yeah, no, it's fantastic, and we definitely needed it. I mean,
Yeah.
needed is definitely the word. But yeah, no, it was just after 3 losses, being in a situation in my career that I've never been in, some self-awareness had to come out. Like, what am I doing? Like, is it over? And if it's not over, then what are we doing differently? And man, we kind of felt like my mindset kind of changed in my career, and like I wasn't fighting like I used to, and we had to figure out where that was, why it happened, and what we needed to do to fix it. And now I can say 100% now, since the fight is over, that was the problem.
What was the problem? It was.
I mean, it was just like this provider mindset. As I became a family man, we're making more money. I'm in the UFC, and like, yeah, I think children and it should be a positive motivation. But you know, sometimes you're negatively motivated, where it's like you have to do this, you got to do this, and honestly, I started listening to a lot of outside sources of like, I have a knockout record. This is what I'm good at. This is what I'm not good at. And it was like I was listening a lot, and I wasn't listening to myself. And, you know, in the beginning, like, you know, as all fighters know, like, you're the only person you got to listen to. Like, just let me do this. And some part in my career, you know, I just stopped listening to myself and started listening to others. And that was the mistake. And so this fight, we committed to being genuine to myself and just listening to that killer instinct. And it came out.
When you talk about being a provider mindset, is it almost like with a family and with all these responsibilities, now fighting feels like a job, like as opposed to just a way of living before, and you know it's your job, and now it feels like, oh, I have to do this, and it puts an interesting pressure on it that changes the way you look at things, or maybe you put more emphasis on things that you shouldn't?
Nailed it. Yeah, it was like when you begin fighting, there is no money, women, fame. There was nothing. Like it was just you in an empty cage against some dude, right? And then plus, like I only had to provide for myself, and I don't need much. But like now, making the money, being on the biggest stage in the world, having a daughter, all that stuff, it was kind of like, all right, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to. And I thought it was just like that Apollo Creed motivation of like, no, I'm like, this gets me in the gym. This makes me work harder. But what it did was I stopped listening to what like the true instincts that I knew. And so we committed to just being playful and being genuine to myself. And if it was my last fight, it was my last fight. But we just wanted to see. And what we saw was the evidence of where I kind of dropped the ball the last 3 fights.
It's funny. Whenever I got stressed out with a fight coming up, when I was down a couple in a row, I would just go to remember why I got into it in the first place. Kind of like what you're talking about. Like, I mean, I used to, like, I like to fight. I'm getting paid to fight. Let's keep this simple. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to really just bring it back.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and like my math was in the beginning, the opportunities were like unlimited. Like no matter what happens in the fight, like I got age, like I can just keep doing. Like I'll just get re-signed by the UFC or this or that. You know, it was unlimited, right? We're now at my age, right? It's 0. It's like every fight could be my last. So now it's like, who cares what happens? If this is the last, then just enjoy it. And like, that's what came out on Saturday night. And that's what I truly felt. And honestly, I felt differently in that cage than I did in my last 5 fights.
Now, you know, you're down 3, you're in a banger. They take the point away, even more pressure could break a lesser man. It's like you saw Reddit. It's like you knew what had to be done after that. What did you feel when they took the point away? It was like,
I mean, yeah, I did the math. Like I knew we were 1-1. Like we knew, like I had to win the 3rd round to win the fight. And then they took the point away, and I like did that math in my head. I was like, oh, so like he can fight to a win, I fight to a draw. You know? And I'm like, I looked at Elliot Marshall, and he was like, you got to finish this. And so I gave him that nod. I'm like, you know what I'm about to do now, you know? And you know, I don't want to like, the groin shot sucks, the point and stuff like that. But it did give me the beautiful opportunity to choose fighting. How do I want to win this fight? Am I going to fight to a draw, or am I going to like go out on my shield and fight for a win? And that's how I live my life. Like
Yes.
I'm fighting for the win.
Yes.
Well, you really did, and they were talking too, because Kevin Holland got 2 groin shots from Malai, and they were brutal. I think Kevin should have literally just. I think it would have been a no contest if he had not continued in the first round. It was brutal how beautifully you went in at the end of that third round. Really, really nice to see.
And at the end of the day, like I'm not trying to like take advantage of like a foul.
No.
Like I mean, that unfortunately happened, and like thoughts go out to Kyle for dealing with it and stuff like that. But I was put in a corner. I didn't have a choice. Like my decision was you either go or you go to a draw. And I'm like that, dude. Draws are not the answer. Like I'm like so like this is my only choice, and I'm doing it.
Even they were all saying though that nobody thought that they're like with your reputation, the way you fight, nobody thinks you're looking for something easy like that. Like everyone knows it's a mistake. It happens.
Yeah, well, I do pride myself in having that true warrior spirit that I feel like this generation sometimes lacks, and that's the man. We're just doing this to prove to ourselves we can.
Shit, yeah. Now look, at 37 years old, dude, doesn't look like you're not getting any dad bod anytime soon, dude. You're looking in shape. Well, how do you have any kind of time stamp on this, that timeline on this? Like, when do you want to go until? And don't listen. I hope you fight another 10 years if you want. I'm just saying. What do you plan on after?
Yeah. So yeah, we're now going to be starting my my introduction to just being a teacher. I think I've been in this career for so long, and like my love for this career has not changed whatsoever. But if I can't do it, I really want to teach. Nice. And there was a time where I was like, you can't be half in, half out, right? We don't fight 50-50. But so like now it's like, I mean, I get as many fights as I can now, but like now we're gonna start putting into my direction to teaching seminars. We're gonna do some stuff on the internet, some video seminars. But yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I'm gonna start showing people how I got 10 knockouts in the lightweight division.
Have you thought of you mean coaching too? Are you gonna coach as well?
Coaching a little difficult because I mean you got to start building relationships with like up and coming fighters. It's definitely an option, but with my platform and my name that I have now, I would just love to just teach just strangers, people that are willing to listen. Like I'm just going to show everyone kind of everything that I've learned, and then eventually if it turns into coaching, then yeah, absolutely, I'd love it. But as of right now, I just want to teach.
Did you plan on opening a school?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, nice.
Okay. I'd love to open up a school, and I have some beautiful help with Elliot Marshall, and like his gyms are super successful, and so I have the resources behind me to open up a school. But baby steps, as you know, man, owning a school is exhausting.
I know. I know. Yeah. I was there this morning.
I'm not jumping in the deep end quite yet.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna start gathering how many people want to listen. What am I, what do people want to listen to? And then with that, I can expand into either analytics, broadcasting, more coaching a role, and then definitely opening up a gym.
And happy birthday, by the way. We know it was your birthday yesterday.
Thank you.
How was the Krispy Kreme? Did they?
Dude, I think I did more damage than Kyle did. We went so hard.
They're sweet, man. I feel like a couple of those, you're just getting diabetes. They're like so like sugary.
Dude, I'm definitely pre-onset this week. Like we're eating aggressively. Just let me enjoy my life right now.
100%, well deserved.
Yeah, and you get the holidays coming up. How much do you allow yourself, like especially after a good win like this? Do you give yourself a week or two of just kind of eating whatever you want, or how do you normally handle that?
Yeah, I typically just give myself a week. Like I have 7 days to just do out of principle. I always say like we got the bad cases of the why nots. Why not eat, that Reese's? I don't know the last time I have. But the amount of damage I did yesterday, I'm like, dude, actually I might need to fix this a lot sooner because it was rough. But yeah, I give myself about a week. I have learned in my older age that we don't need to Patty Pimble it in between fights.
Yeah, right.
And honestly, it actually makes you feel worse. So I'm excited to get back in the gym and move around. Actually, I just finished a gym session. So when you eat like Krispy Kreme like a monster, it doesn't feel good in the gym.
Oh no, like your feet are stuck in the mud. I would do the same thing after a fight, and you're in such good shape that you like then use the bathroom. You're like, oh, I still got my abs. And then all of a sudden, one day you wake up, you're like, I'm fat again. And that's what happened to me. I'd be like, it caught up to me. I don't know, but it was awful. That's how it went with me. I was doing the Patty Pimblett before the Patty Pimblett.
The OG of doing it. I think we all have this eating disorder from fighting, and we just got to learn to deal with it. But we are all getting bigger after retirement. I mean, that's just
true.
It's coming for me. I just don't know what kind of big I'm going to get.
Yeah, I've never fought, and I've got fat without fighting. So at least you guys know what it's like to be in shape. I've never had abs. I just got fat for no reason.
Well, I can assure you that they look far better than they feel.
Yeah, getting them sucks.
I ain't trying to skip any meals when I'm done fighting.
Hey, Drew, I want to ask you too, and you I think you addressed this a little bit, but in the post-fight, you were talking about dealing with a lot. Like, is everything worked itself out? Is it kind of what you were talking about, or how did you manage to deal with what you were dealing with and still put together a good camp?
Yeah, so on top of being on a 3-fight losing streak and the amount of pressure, and then trying to be a better person in my older age, it takes a lot of pressure and stuff. But unfortunately, in this camp, we lost my unborn child.
Oh,
so my second child.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Brutal.
So yeah. So it was just kind of like a unforeseen pain that we had to deal with in camp, and it creeps up on you, even though you try to ignore it. But that's kind of just a small fraction of everything that we've been dealing with.
Oh, I'm sorry, Drew.
No, it's all right. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't check that before. I mean, I'm glad that you won and you're feeling okay at this point, as well as you can be expected.
I mean, we're super motivated to have another child. We just got to start trying again, and we still have my beautiful, happy, healthy daughter that has made life so much better. Being a dad is incredible. So I'm counting blessings and I'm being grateful. And we just earned another fight with the UFC, and so I'm on cloud 9 right now.
Yeah, you have sorry, Matt, that Justin Gaethje effect where people love you. Matt said it before. It doesn't. I don't feel like you'll ever be fighting for your job. Like, your fights are always so exciting that people want you to win. But even if you have tough fights, people still want to see you fight. So I think you're in better shape than most people, regardless of how the last fight went.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, it's still kind of like shocking to me when you hear the UFC in itself tell you how amazing you are. Like I'm still just trying to prove myself like everyone else, but I'm very happy that people love the way I fight and how reckless I am, because this is the only way I know how to live.
Yeah, dude, I don't see you pulling guard anytime soon. Hey, man, I can't wait to see you back in there.
Yeah,
and so you're gonna relax a little bit, lick your wounds, have a couple more Krispy Kremes, and then you're back in.
Yep. I mean, right now we're kind of in the fight. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, I did feel a slight hesitation in like closing the distance. So it could be coming off of a loss or a knockout loss, really. So there's a lot of things about it. But, I think I'm at an age right now. It's like, man, like I'm a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. Like I know how to wrestle. Like I choose not to do it. So let's just see if I can now. So we're going to get back into the gym, and I'm really going to be focusing on my grappling because we have the knockout record. So why not start racking some submissions?
Hey, Adrian, let me ask you, because we asked a bunch of fighters on here. You've been on a ton, and we never asked you this question. If you could get an autograph from any athlete, alive or dead, who would it be?
An autograph from any athlete in the world.
Any sport.
It'd probably be like either Muhammad Ali or Michael Jordan.
All right. Two very common answers, which is not a bad thing. These guys are motivating.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's talent in every other sport, Tiger Woods. I mean, people are like just talented, but I want an autograph from good people. And Muhammad Ali represents a type of quality person in and outside of that ring. And so that autograph means more than just win and losses. It just means be the good person you are.
Guys that have a bigger effect than just the sport.
Yeah. So that's what I like. Yeah. All cool. Like athletes are all cool and everything, but great people are what should be more admired.
You can kind of tell how important an athlete was by how other athletes respond to him. Like you would see Ali when he was around like Olympians, and the way they all acted the way I would have acted around him. Like, they didn't act like they were athletes. They just acted like they were fans. I think that's kind of how you can tell how much impact an athlete has had on the world.
Yeah, because I mean, I think being selfish is easy, right? Like, that's how I feel. Being selfish is easy. So when you see these people on the highest stage in the world with so many reasons not to be, and when they choose to be selfless or at least caring, like, it just shows the amount of strength they have.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, Drew, we're very, very happy for your fight. I mean, again, incredible third round after a very strange referee decision, and I hope they fix that and they find some. Leaving it up to discretion is great, but there's too much inconsistency, and I think you guys as fighters, it's too easy to have something change that wouldn't change if you were fighting with another ref. I don't think it should be that way.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's going to keep happening. I mean, life gives you problems that you just have to deal with, right? You just play with the cards that are dealt. So in the meantime, I mean, I'm going to be working on my inside kick accuracy and avoiding a cup. That's what I can control.
Yeah, you're doing your part. That's the way to do it, man. But hey, man, listen, all I know is you should be all smiles.
Yeah.
And we always love watching you. We're so happy you're back in your winning ways.
Thank you so much, guys. And it's always a pleasure to talk to you guys. You know, I feel like the losers don't get this opportunity. So in addition to getting an extra paycheck, man, I love that I get to talk to you guys, and there's going to be more.
And you can come, and look, if there's a loss, you can also come on. We'll talk to you after a win or a loss. I always love watching you. We would be such dicks if, like, Drew wants to come on. Well, did he win? No, well, then fuck with him. We'll take you anytime.
Anytime, Drew Dober.
Take care, buddy.
Hey, man, all our best, buddy.
Guys. Nice talking to you, sir.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's great.
Hey, man, he's such a nice guy.
He is. And I really meant what I said about watching him fight. Like, he is one of those guys, man.
He's a fan favorite.
You want to see him winning because he's such a likable guy. But even if he loses, you still want to watch him.
Melissa Croden did well.
She did, yeah. I mean,
and that was a good fight too, man. That was a banger.
Yeah, was it? What did you think? Was that 1-1 going into the third, or did you think it was 2-0 Lisboa?
No, she was in the fight. I mean, it was a. I mean, they were throwing down. I just think that as the fight went on, she started finding her shots better. Melissa, what did you think?
No, I thought it might be 1-1.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah. And Aricha Lang, a tremendous first round stoppage of Cody Gibson. I mean, that was just a devastating. I think he hit him once and staggered him, and then that devastating right. So congratulations to him. He got a nice bonus, as he should have. And I love that Dober and Prabolik both got a bonus as well. Fight of the night.
Oh, I like that too. You were right with
Farrow over.
Jasmine, man, she was that was brutal, man. She wasn't messing around.
She's really good, and her last loss was, I think her last fight was Valentina. So I kind of figured I just didn't see her dropping 2 in a row.
What did you think? And we're gonna get to the main event and the co-main, which we talked about a little bit, but she looked phenomenal. But what'd you think of Chito Vera versus Zahabi? It was close. I kind of thought Chito edged it out, though. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not shitting on Zahabi. I thought he did great. You could have made an argument for him winning the one.
It was a close fight. I remember Chito was very visibly angry and shocked because he was ready. He was ready for that win. I didn't necessarily have a problem with it, but I would have been okay if Marlon got the win too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like you and I like to play matchmaker. Look, 4 weeks ago, you had Reinier de Ridder, and rightfully thinking that securing a title shot required a win over Hernandez, right? But then in steps Brendan Allen, a guy who lost to Fluffy earlier this year. Sorry, guys, I can't read. I was trying to be casual, and I realized I have no reading skills.
You're doing good.
So for anyone who was hoping to see what RDR's jiu-jitsu would look like against Hamzat, which I actually was hoping, this is what we love about the UFC, because tough shit, you're not getting that. All it takes is a big win from someone like Allen on short notice to completely change the trajectory of what's next. Look, We know that anything can happen when you take a skilled mixed martial artist, you put him in 4-ounce gloves. Matt, that's especially the case when you get to the heavyweight division and these guys throw punches with just bad intentions always.
Yes.
This weekend's stacked UFC 321 card. Got a main event that's going to bring us exactly that. Champion Tom Aspinall. He's looking to defend against the extremely athletic, very fast, beautifully moving number one, Cyril Gane. So look, if you're locked in on this Saturday's pay-per-view, head on over to the UFC store. Plenty of great UFC 321 merch available to buy. Official event gear, it's live now at the UFC store, including Venom fight kits, hats, tees, jerseys, and more. So whether you're repping a brand new fighter tees or rocking UFC 321 Pro Sphere style, head on over to UFCstore.com to get these things while you still can.
Yeah. I shouldn't have had the yeehaw.
No, you should.
We can cut that out and post.
No. I think the yeehaw belongs. And then in step. Boy, what did you think, Matt? Because by the way, RDR, his coach is taking the blame, but they said to him, his coach said to him, "Are you okay?" I think he said, "Are you okay?" And he went, "No." So the coach was responding to him saying he wasn't okay. Coach didn't just make the decision.
Well, listen. What round was that in again? That was the last one? He had one more round.
End of the fourth, yeah.
Yeah. He had trouble getting off the third round. You know what I mean? Listen, I had fights where I had to lay down 25 minutes backstage because I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
Between a second and third round, I had somebody coming in asking, do you want to stop it? Longo asked me, and I said I threatened him. Fucking hit him with a stool. He never asked me that again. So, I mean, yeah, it's up to the individual, but he is getting torched online. Like all the fighters, because it looks like he got broken. I mean, you could say, it's stuff like, how about this? He got that takedown so easy. It's like the fight started with him in Mount. Yeah. He's not the guy that took this on short notice. Brendan Allen, he needs to be applauded, man.
Yeah, 100%.
He took that on short notice, and I'll tell you, he was in a bad position right off the bat. But when he got on top, the difference is he's not just looking, and he said this a lot too in his post fight, and he doesn't just look to impose his submission game on him. He's looking to do damage.
Yeah.
So, he got on top, even though he wasn't dominating as much, it played on top as much. When he got on top, he made it count with well-placed elbows. I mean, he got beat up on bottom, RDR.
Right.
So, man, and I'll tell you right now, you could be in great shape. Some well-placed shots it's like getting your video game bar hit with your life in your video game just slashed in half with a Hayukin. I mean, it is. The damage takes toll on your conditioning.
Yeah, but it was a bad look, and I think only because the camera was on him, and I could be misquoting Matt, but I think the coach said, "Are you okay?" And he went, "No." I think he said no. So the coach is taking the hit for it, but he and again, I never question a fighter's heart because they all have heart. It's not about that, but I think in that position he was just purely exhausted. Yeah,
and beaten up.
Yeah,
and he left. He took off. In the post fight show on ESPN Plus, Anthony Smith said he thinks that the ground and pound,
the biggest difference for guys like RDR, because they come in from a different promotion into the UFC.
Oh, well, they don't ground and pound in that promotion?
Maybe he's saying that it's better here. I don't know exactly what he means. It was an incomplete quote they sent us.
Yeah, thanks for throwing that in. I would love to know what Lionheart was talking about with that, but unless he's talking about just coming over from a grappling, world, I understand that. But usually every other promotion has the strikes on the floor, so that's no excuse, Yeah, no,
it's either that, Matt, or it's just that they don't do it with the same. They're just not as good. Let me see where DeRitter was before. Yeah, the ground and pound he's saying makes the difference, but hold on. God damn it. Yeah, he was over at 1. I mean,
hey, we got Melissa Croden ready to go.
All right, let's bring Melissa in.
That's so great.
UFC debut in Canada.
and 1-0 in the UFC. She started off great.
Yeah.
Let's get to know her. It's her first time here.
Hello?
Hi,
There
Melissa.
she
How are
is.
you? You're with
Oh,
Jimmy Guy.
we just see a bunny. Where
Yeah.
are
Oh my God, that's awesome.
you? Oh, look at that.
My friend's rabbit.
What's
His
your
name is
French
Eddie.
rabbit?
Wait,
It's huge.
is that whose rabbit? That's your rabbit or somebody else's rabbit?
My family friend's rabbit. His name is Eddie. It's a Flemish
Wow.
giant.
Eddie's
Look at the
the
size
biggest
of it.
rabbit I ever seen. Oh, whoa.
And he didn't like that.
When animals attack.
He likes me.
Well, you know what it is? They said rabbits. Maybe they're weird with the way people hold them because they're prey animals. So I guess certain things make them feel vulnerable. Is that what that is?
Oh, how are you supposed to hold them?
I don't know. I mean, no. I'm not saying you're
You
doing it
sound
wrong.
like an expert.
Not that
Jimmy, yeah,
I know.
tell Melissa.
Melissa, I've just told you everything I know about rabbits in that one
Oh,
statement.
that's it, eh?
That's all I know, and that may leave little pellets everywhere.
Yeah. Probably one on my lap somewhere.
He's very cute.
Melissa, congrats on your
Thank
UFC
you.
debut. This is phenomenal.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm still riding the high and like kind of soaking in the moment. And as I return back to, my normal personal life, but
Yeah.
man, it's been a journey to get here and to finally be here and ouch, you bit me. Okay, I'm just gonna put the rabbit away now.
That's
Yeah.
a big
Anyways,
rabbit.
yeah, it's been incredible.
Now, I want to talk about the fight, but your first time on here, let's talk about your journey. Where did you grow up and what was your first discipline that you started with the arts?
I grew up in Calgary, Alberta. The first time I started training any sort of martial arts, I was probably like 12 or 13. I did Taekwondo for a number of years and then a little bit of kickboxing. Never competed or anything like that, but it was just it was the only type of sport that I ever felt like I was good at. So it was something that I've always been drawn to. And then, of course, growing up as a teenager, like those are the kind of movies I enjoyed. Like Kill Bill was my favorite movie when it came out.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was an interesting storyline. And then I later found MMA after I graduated from college because I went to college for EMS. And then at the time there was a hiring freeze. And then I just needed a way to occupy my time essentially. So I started training again and then it just consumed my life. I just loved it so much. So, and then next thing you know, I'm competing. So.
Were you actually going on EMS calls and stuff? I know you went to Thailand at one point, but were you actually doing that? Where you would get called to accident scenes and all that stuff?
Yeah. I've been doing EMS since 2012 is when I graduated, and I still currently work in EMS part-time for the city of Calgary.
Oh, wow. You have to deal with a lot of, I guess you're good at dealing with blood and mayhem. I don't know. How is that thing?
And stress.
I think it's more so the thing about working EMS is like it's a very like MMA, it's a very specific personality type that does that sort of job. So I kind of function in chaotic situations. It's the type of thing that makes me feel the most useful, I suppose, as a human being. Like I've always wanted to be in a position where what I do with my life is of service to others. And so EMS was kind of my expression of that. And then I think MMA will develop into something like that eventually as well. But yeah, I don't know. I've always been drawn to chaotic situations. Like my tattoo on my rib cage is a moth to a flame. So that's basically me in a nutshell.
How do you not bring it home with you? Like when you see something horrific or you have a rough, as a person, it's got to get to you. How are you able to, all right, I have to leave this here and then go home and not drag this terrible thing I just saw into my personal life?
Well, one thing that one of my preceptors told me when I was in school was it's their emergency, not yours. Like that's a very common saying in emergency services. So, you're not the one there to panic. It's you're supposed to your job is to help these people, and if you do your job correctly, then there's nothing more that you can do, right? So
Right.
I don't know. I've always managed it fine. Like I've never had any issues with that. I actually really love my job because it's interesting, and you get to experience things that, you know, not a lot of people do. Kind of like MMA. It's very reflective, I think, in that way.
Yeah, they probably tell you never to say that to the people you're helping out, though, right? When they're all panicking, you probably never go, it's your emergency, not mine. Just
no, never.
That wouldn't go over too big.
Yeah, I just try to do my job, and that's
yeah. It's more of a mental thing. Yeah,
exactly.
So when you had your very first fight, is that when you knew this was for you? When did you know, like, oh, all right, I think I'm gonna make this my life?
It was actually when I went to Thailand in 2015. I went to Tiger Muay Thai for 3 months, and this was before I had even competed in a Muay Thai kickboxing fight. So I had started like thinking about taking my training more seriously. I was working full time at that time, working 4 days on, 4 days off, and on my 4 days off was just training like crazy. And then I ended up going to Thailand for 3 months, and just that was kind of a test for myself that I had set up. Like, can I actually do this? Like, what is this sport all about? Like, can I handle the intensity of it? So I kind of went there to like pressure test myself. And then I ended up doing a Muay Thai fight there in one of the stadiums in Phuket. And that was a cool experience as a 20-something-year-old. But yeah, when I came home, I talked to my supervisor and basically told him that I wanted to drop down to casual / part-time and pursue this. And my work people have always been very supportive of that. So I made that decision after I got home, was like, this is what I'm going to do, basically.
Were you surprised? You almost finished her in the second. Towards the end of the second, I thought you might actually be able to end the fight there, but she was able to hold on. You were up against the fence. Did you think you had her there, or did you sense that you might need another round?
I felt like she was still in the fight, so I think I got her with a few shots, but I think a hurt fighter is always still a dangerous fighter. So I didn't want to take any crazy risks, and was just moving with the momentum of the fight. I felt the momentum building, so I knew I had another round coming, and if I saw the opportunity, that I would jump on it to finish the fight.
You look comfortable. You looked even more comfortable as it was going on. I feel like you were getting stronger as the fight was going on. Any pre-fight jitters? I mean, and when you walked out there in the octagon, how'd you feel? Did you feel comfortable? Did you feel like, holy, I'm in the UFC? How did it feel?
I think I felt like that all fight week. Actually, the last like month leading up to, I was like, is this real? I can't believe I can't believe that I get to do this. But walking out, I'm usually pretty stoic as I walk out in the zone. But as soon as I walked out, because I'm Canadian, there were so many people like reaching out to touch my hand. I was like, I couldn't help but smile and enjoy myself because I was just having so much fun. So experiencing that was new for me. But I think fighting for LFA really primed me to be able to handle a big stage like that, because LFA, in my eyes, I think is a big stage. And it's just like those little steps that you take as you're moving along your career as a fighter. Sorry, rabbit is back. Those little steps. Those little
Cadbury egg commercial or something. Look at that thing. Right?
It's very
jumps right in the thing.
Very cute.
Yeah.
It gives a click now. Yeah. Those little steps that you take along the way, just like incrementally over time, just set you up to be able to handle that pressure. And I think the way that I'm built as a person, like the personality traits that I have are kind of perfect for a sport like this, just like my job in EMS. So.
And also, speaking about the Canadian fans, if I'm remembering correctly, there was a moment in the first where she had you up against the fence and you reversed her on the fence and the crowd cheered. Like I remember, like I was like, wow, they are really in every moment of this fight rooting for fellow Canadians, because you don't usually hear somebody cheer that early on about something like just a fence reversal. I don't know if you remember that moment, but it really impressed me that they were that into that fight and that much behind you.
Yeah, I do remember that and was kind of surprised by it. But I think that because we don't get that as many Canadian cards, UFCs in Canada, as we would like, that people just, there's a built up energy there. They're just really excited that they get to watch this live because yeah, Canadians are good sports fans. Like we are hockey fans are just the same, right? Like we want our people to win just as much as any other country does. So that stadium definitely was on my side, and every little thing I did seemed amazing to them. So that really helped out a lot.
Yeah, the
And
rabbit's
it's crazy
back.
for being the first fight of the night. The arena was pretty full, also. So
Yeah, I had a lot of friends and family that flew out from Alberta to come and support me. Like a few of my sponsors that have been with me since day one. Like my sister was there, my mom, my dad, like my uncle from Ontario flew out. Like I haven't seen him in years, and like it's kind of beautiful to watch something like this bring people together, which, and it's refreshing because I don't always like everything to be about me, and people say that MMA is a selfish sport, but the more I do it, the more I'm understanding that it really isn't, because you see like immediate friends and family get brought together by something like this. So that alone is really worth it to me. Like that's a huge win in my eyes.
this is Jimmy. You see, they think everybody that fights in here is a barbarian. She's talking about this love. You got bunny rabbits floating around. I mean, hopping around. I mean, come on now. You know, this is so great. That's why we like to have you people on, like yourself, Melissa, because you know they see you in there and they're like, "Wow, man, she's so scary." And now look what such a nice person you are. This is so great.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think that's a common misconception. Like you see all the time. There's a whole team called the Fighting Nerds now,
yes,
because most MMA fighters, like they're pretty smart. Like you have to have a certain type of intelligence. I think that intelligence is, there's like a huge spectrum of it. Like you can be intelligent in a lot of different ways, and knowing how to use your body in for combat is an intelligence in itself, right? Like you
yeah,
can't go in there and be dumb, like, or otherwise you're gonna win dumb prizes, you know what I mean? So, and it takes
true.
a lot of discipline. Like if you're a disciplined person, you're probably not, stupid, I guess. But I
You,
think because of the nature of the sport and the misunderstanding, and like because it's very like primal, people automatically think that we're all a bunch of knuckle draggers or something. But
true.
most of the friends I have made over the years and most of the people I've met in MMA are some of the nicest people. Like they have just been so humbled by the sport, because you get your ass kicked every single day. Like you can't walk around deluded after doing that. Like you have a really like deep understanding of yourself as a person the more you do it. So I think that from the outside, it's, you're not going to understand that unless you've experienced it yourself, right?
Yeah, I think
100%.
fighters of all the athletes, I've interviewed a lot of different athletes in different places and just actors. And I think that the cage fighters are the ones I like the best, because maybe it is what you just said. And I've heard that said before, the fact that you're getting tapped in the gym, or the fact that there's a humbling aspect to training. But I think that MMA fighters have been the most genuine and nicest of all the athletes I've interviewed. They never come in with sunglasses on. I mean, they're always willing to sit down and be pretty open about what they're good at and what they have a hard time with. So, yeah, I think you're right. And then they're probably my favorite people to interview.
Like I do it because I am passionate about this sport. I am addicted to the character growth that I get out of it. I love the people that I get to spend my time with every single day. And like you can't really put a price on that. So I think that's maybe too makes the difference. Like us, chasing something beyond materialistic growth, something that you can't see. Maybe that is why we are a little bit different in comparison to, other high level athletes too. So
it's so funny, your two jobs, the difference between the intention of them. One is that you're taking people to the hospital, and then the other one, you're putting someone in the hospital. It really is a tremendous difference between the two jobs you have. So you seem like a very well-rounded human being.
Yeah, I think life's most significant lessons that I've ever learned have always been in paradoxical moments, like black and things that are like opposite of each other. Because with one thing, like light is defined by darkness. You know what I mean? Like experiencing both sides of life like that, I think you can learn and have like really good insight on what the heck any of us are doing here in the first place. You know what I mean? So I've always been trying to understand that and find purpose and meaning in my life. And I guess this is just my expression of that.
Yeah, the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
The yin and the yang, Jimmy.
Totally.
Well, Melissa, look, it was great watching you. It's very impressive debut.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing you again. I'm sure you seem like you're not too banged up, so I'm sure we'll see you again early part of next year. So congrats. Yes. It was a great win for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for your time. And I'm glad you got to meet Eddie wherever
yes.
he is.
Yes. Look out for Eddie.
Was pleasant.
It was good talking to you. I'm sure we will speak to you again.
Congrats, Melissa.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
All right,
take care. All the best.
You too. Have a good one.
That was great.
Funny.
We got to meet a rabbit.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Jimmy. So, hey, man, props to Brendan Allen.
Yep.
Mike Malott living up to that name, Captain Canada. You were calling him the other day. You got to calm down with the superhero stuff. Charles Jourdain won.
Yes, he did. A very impressive win.
And yeah, man. Oh, what a night. Jimmy, you are catching up to me. Oh, yeah, my points are way ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're up by 23.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You were up by like 50, but now you're up by 23.
Yeah, man. Oh, man. When is this next? This is next week, October 25th. Yes, it is.
Isn't that crazy? This Saturday.
Oh, my goodness.
Is Gone against, and we can make our picks on Wednesday, Matt.
Yeah, let's keep
Gone against Aspinall. What a good card this is. Very much looking forward to this one. And Jandiroba against Mackenzie Dern for the vacant strawweight title. And Umar Nurmagomedov. I think this is his first fight.
Mario Batista.
Habib against Batista, yeah. His first fight since Habib, since Marab.
It's a great card.
Yes, and Alexander Rakic is fighting, or Rakic is fighting on the opening fight of the card. Jamal Almeida against Volkov. Really,
that's great, dude. Great card. All right, we're gonna talk about that.
Yep. On
Wednesday. Hey, man. What else you want to say?
Denver, Friday, Saturday. I'm heading to Denver, and then it looks like either Chicago or Portland the week after. But I have Chicago, Portland, Denver this coming weekend. And thanks to all the fans in Rochester who came out. There was a lot of UFC Unfiltered fans. So
they were asking.
Come see me.
And also, Jimmy, we have the great Glover Teixeira
on Wednesday. Yeah,
Teixeira. Sorry, I love Glover. On Wednesday, love Glover. And Jimmy, really quick. My daughter, the day of the fight, the day of the weigh-ins, I should say. Yeah, the girl pulled out. The father got nervous, and it happens with kids. But what was nice was my daughter was in the corner with me for her mother's last fight, and my wife had a banger of a last fight versus very tough Canadian girl. What a sweet girl! But that girl was a beast, and what a great fight, Jimmy. Watch some clips on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And she had a great
saw the end
fight.
of the fight that you put up.
Black eye, nose bleeding. She loved it, and that was her last fight. And it was a professional boxing, and she won. And it was great. Her last
fight, she's not doing it anymore.
No, she'll be doing. She wants to concentrate on my daughter. She's gonna be my daughter's coach and training her. But she possibly jiu-jitsu competitions and stuff.
Sure.
But as far as getting punched, and she's retired.
But she did it.
She amateur kickboxing title, an MMA fight at 40, a boxing fight at 42. We're good. You know, it makes me so happy. So congrats to Ann Sarah. She's phenomenal. What a role model. What a role model. And my student, Nick Rodolfi, got caught in this fight started. It was like tense. He got caught with the very first punch right on the chin. So I feel, hey man, he knows this is the game we play. He's a scrappy kid.
Happens, yeah.
And he'll be back in there. Everybody loves Nicky. You know? But and that's it, man. Hey man.
Congrats
and
to
Matt
Miss Serra.
What a good fight. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Congratulations to Miss Serra. And also, Frivola, look, it was a good fight. That was a really, really weird decision by the ref. That was
by Dan. But props to Kyle Nelson. Kyle Nelson
very well.
Kyle Nelson had to deal with some stress. Like, all right, man, now they thought it was over. He thought it was over. He's going to say, keep your head up to Maddie. You know, now he's just like, whoa. So that was a big stress thing for Kyle Nelson, but he came through and he actually fought really intelligent. So
he did, yeah. And great night, Matt. And I'm looking forward to Wednesday.
Matt Serra channel on YouTube. Fun stuff. Give it a subscribe. And Jimmy, I'll see you in a couple of days, buddy.
Okay, pal. Talk to you soon.